Hi, I'm Leo Grillo, and this is my YouTube show for my dear Leo. And as I say, I've had people writing in for 40 years. They write in questions, and I answer them in my monthly letter. And I'm going to read you one here. This is from RS in Redlands, California. I've noticed the shelters out here are closing one by one. The owners are older and tell me they have problems getting good help and a steady stream of reliable volunteers. Have you noticed this too? Well, let me tell you what we've noticed. I don't know if it's the same situation. Volunteers, we had a court case back in the 1980s where somebody brought us to court because they were not paid minimum wage. They were a volunteer. And we did other things for that person. We took care of her animals, gave her a place to live on the property, and fed her animals. So she made much more than minimum wage. And in court, that was what was decided, that we had indeed paid her minimum wage. However, the judge said you cannot have volunteers because California law is that if a volunteer takes a job away from what could be a worker, then you can't do it. That's illegal. You'll get fined. How much do we fine you? $10,000 a day. Oh man, I don't have $10,000 a week, let alone a day. So that's what we were told. Now, a lot of people are shocked when I say that. They say, well, we've been volunteering. We have volunteers in our church group stuffing envelopes. Hey, I could only tell you what the judge told us. She banged the gavel and she said that you cannot have volunteers taking the place of a worker. So the California labor situation is dire. We have to pay everybody. We cannot have volunteers. And beside being set up for lawsuits, which is a profession out here, lawyers teaching clients how to sue employers, the minimum wage itself is crippling. Now, let me get into this. This is a very interesting situation. I think nobody is talking about it. I'm talking about it. I've said it a few times. I'll say it here. Maybe somebody will listen. Under Obama, the labor secretary for 4 years, in other words, the secretary of labor, who is it? Hilda Solis, S-O-L-I-S, Hilda Solis, labor secretary for Obama, 4 years. So Obama gets done, and guess who pops up in Los Angeles as a county supervisor? That means the money behind her got her elected as a county supervisor. We have 5 county supervisors. We need 7, but we've got 5 in LA County. They're called the 5 Kings because there's so much money. There's so much budget going through LA County. They literally are kings. You can imagine what that means. Well, Hilda Solis, right away, I'm going to raise the minimum wage. It was about $7 or $8. I'm going to raise it to $15 over the next 3 years. $15. We are a nonprofit. We can't raise the price of a hamburger. How are we going to be able to afford that? At least exempt the nonprofits. She said no. Everybody's going to pay. Ultimately now, she's pushing to $20, from 7 or 8 to 20. What does that mean for us? We have to, as our dogs and cats pass away, I still rescue, but I don't rescue as many. I mean, I rescue anybody. I never say no, but I don't go out looking. I don't go out actively, trying to find animals who are abandoned in the wilderness because we can't afford it. We're down a half-mast. We're down half of our older part of our sanctuary is empty. The newer part is not. And we're way down because of labor, the cost of labor, let alone the lawsuits that these people pull on you that they're trained to do. So we're fighting labor lawsuits. There's always that. I mean, as soon as they leave, they're going to quit, they leave, whatever. And then you get a lawyer coming in with a lawsuit because they know they're going to get a chunk of settlement money from somebody. Might be $30,000, might be $100,000. Or it might be a court case like one we're going through now where an illegal alien sued us and it was a stacked deck from the beginning, and she got a big award. We're going to fight it. We'll win an appeal and all that. But I'm telling you, it takes your time. It takes your time away from your work, from what you're doing. So why are they closing? I can see a lot of people. Look, I've said this before. I live in Nevada. I don't live in California. The hell out of California. I live in Nevada. I just spend a lot of time down here taking care of things. But the point being, California and what's going on with the labor, a lot of people will get out of animal rescue, probably out of a lot of other businesses. I only can speak to animal rescue. This lady's speaking to animal rescue. So many people are leaving. They're getting older and you can't find volunteers. Well, if she's calling them volunteers, they may be employees too. And if I didn't have all this, I'd get out. I have a wonderful place in Nevada, and I don't have all these problems they have in LA. And I don't have people suing us all the time. And I don't have people making threats. That's another story. I don't have, I would have a wonderful rest of my life having saved all these animals and take a bunch with me and have a nice life in Nevada. But I can't. I have my sanctuary, and I'm going to be on the front lines forever. But I can see why they do it. I can see why they do it. You just get fed up. I'm here to help animals, and I've got to go through all this.